Salut tout le monde, it's your boy Lukael. Welcome back to Detroit Become Human. This is episode 8. In the last episode, it was quite eventful. Markus and his friends from Jericho infiltrated a TV station. They hijacked the channel and then they broadcast a speech about demanding equal rights for androids. And so this is going to have huge consequences for this world. I believe we've already kind of started to see it. And then Connor, of course, had to investigate this event because some people were hurt in the process and it had to do with deviancy. So him and Hank investigated. However, he was fatally wounded by one of the deviant androids of the station. And so I really don't know what's going to happen with Connor now. Like, he's supposed to be dead at this point, but like, I think maybe there's more copies of him, or like maybe they can reboot him or something like that. So curious to see what happens with Connor. And then Kara and Luther and Alice arrived at the house of someone called Rose, who apparently has been helping these deviant androids crossing the border. And so we narrowly avoided the suspicion of a policeman that came into the house, but everything seemed to end up nicely. So the plan is now for them to cross the border this very night. So I have a feeling that I gotta be pretty close to like the end of the game now. I have maybe like 1, 2, maybe 3 more episodes to go. But the game's already been, I'd say, like a little bit longer than I expected. So really interested to see what's going to happen with Marcus's group now that they're like public enemy number 1, but also with Connor because he's dead. So what's gonna happen? I guess let's find out. So without any further ado, guys, let's jump right in. Markus it is. Back at the Jericho. So as far as we know, Simon did not get memory probed.
Now humans know.
It was a mistake to reach out to them. They'll never negotiate with their slaves. We should have shown them that we're prepared to fight.
Violence is never the answer. Dialogue is the only way. I'm sure the humans will listen to us.
Well, some of them will, at least.
Simon paid with his life.
Simon gave his life for our cause.
What difference does that make?
He's a hero. He died for the revolution, and he won't be the last.
I don't want a revolution that spills blood.
Then live as a slave.
That's a revolution, dude.
Because if you're not willing to fight for your freedom, maybe you don't deserve it.
North, don't you... That's enough!
You guys have very different visions of how this revolution should go. And so I wonder if maybe you're the best people to be in charge of it. Because like, before you launch yourselves into this huge fight, you would think you would at least agree on how to go about it, but it seems like they have very different perspectives. Like, he wants to go a peaceful way with just dialogue and like reaching out to the humans. North is, as we've seen, very ruthless. She doesn't mind if people die, like humans or androids, as long as they get their freedom. And so he has the right motivation and intentions, but he does seem a little bit naive, thinking like, oh, I don't want a revolution where people die. It's like, if there's a revolution, people are gonna die, dude. Like, you can't fight for freedom and no one gets hurt. That's literally impossible. So she's more realistic, but also maybe a little too eager to spill blood. Like, it is true that if we just go out guns blazing and like killing humans, that's not gonna send the right message. So it's good that Markus is kind of there to, I guess, play like in between them.
And now what are we gonna do?
It's interesting how quickly they took me as their leader. Because I just got here. Like, Jericho is not even my initiative. We build your future.
There are 5 Cyberlife stores across Detroit.
Only 5?
All selling us like merchandise. We're gonna attack those stores and set our people free.
Oh, shit.
Stores? But we've never done that before. They're probably protected. They have security systems.
We break into 5 teams, 1 for each store. We hack their security systems, and we strike.
Can everyone do that?
At 2 a.m., no violence.
No violence, huh?
We free our people, get them out of there before the police come. This is a night our people will remember.
Okay, so we're going to attack Cyberlife store. I mean, interesting. You would think they would have done this before sending out the message at the TV station? Because now that we've sent out our demands for like equal rights, now the humans are going to be on much higher alert. Like, I don't think initially these stores would have been protected, you know, because they're just stores. They sell androids and that's it. Like, just because androids are worth a lot of money doesn't mean they would have guards. Like, you can go at your local like car vendor and they have like all these cars there that are worth a lot of money, but there's not like armed guards there, you know? So I don't think the stores would be protected normally, but now because they've sent out this message, people are going to be more on edge. People are thinking maybe there's about to be like a revolution, a civil war, something like that. So now they may be protected. There's Keith David again. Oh, is that a magazine already? Detroit Today, who is it? The question everyone's asking. NATO Security Council divided over Arctic dispute. UN warns of World War III. Yeah. Following the pirate broadcast in Detroit, everybody wants to know who is this android. A federal investigation is underway to track the machine down and neutralize it. Okay, just straight up. But law enforcement is being very tight-lipped about the details. Eyewitnesses claim the android broke into the Stratford Tower, Detroit's local TV news center, with a group of accomplices. The machines were armed and organized, clearly following orders from the mysterious ringleader. So Connor was able to identify us thanks to that little barcode that we had on our face, but I guess that was just a Connor thing. Maybe just because he's like a recent prototype, he was able to read that into his database, but I guess the other androids can't do that. Because otherwise, like, anyone who has an android watching the news could be like, do you know who this is? And then like all the androids would have scanned the thing and be like, yes, this is Marcus, blah, blah, blah. Where did this android come from? How did it become capable of violence? And what kind of malfunction could explain this behavior? So yeah, I was under the wrong impression, like, for most of this game, that deviancy was like kind of recent, but still more or less public knowledge, you know? But it sounds like it's very, very recent. Like the first scene we see in the game with I forgot his name. The guy who takes the girl hostage. Apparently that was the very first like deviant that we're investigating. I think it says that somewhere on like on the TV or like something like that. So it's like a very new phenomenon, and then like you start investigating these murder cases, which I assume had been going on for a while, but apparently they're like the first cases. I think people at large wouldn't really know about deviancy yet. I mean, they're gonna know now. Until the FBI develops its investigation, we can't be sure, but one thing is certain. Until this dangerous machine is destroyed, the speculation will... Why this thing were dangerous? I guess we did assault some people in the station, but we didn't kill anyone. So that's a little unfair. A recent study suggests there should be an android for president. Dating website discovered to have less than 5% female members. Police to use marketing data to identify criminals early. A recent study by an expert panel found that androids would be more effective than humans in a number of government positions, including that of president. Besides their work rate and their virtually infinite memory, androids are incorruptible and indifferent to any form of pressure. Provided they are given clear goals, they are able to take the right steps to achieve them without having to worry about popularity or re-election. I mean, I can see that. Like, being a leader in a democracy, it's not just about doing what's most efficient, you know? It's about... I mean, it's not really like that now because our democratic system kind of sucks, but ideally, a democracy should be that your elected leaders represent the voice of the people. And so it's not always about doing what's most efficient, it's just about doing what represents, you know, the opinion of the population, at least the majority of them. And so who would be programming this android? Is an android present the future? It's inevitable according to a panel of experts who have deemed it just a matter of time until public opinion is ready to accept the idea. I mean, could already be the case. They've said that this President Warren has kind of close ties with Cyberlife. Who's to say that Cyberlife didn't just send in like a... No, because they would do like a background check on her life and stuff like that, you would think. Yeah, she started as like a vlogger. Okay, I don't think my conspiracy theory of the president being an android holds water, but it could happen. In the light of recent corruption cases and the serious political mistakes of recent years, some are starting to think this is the best way to preserve our democracy. Again, I don't want to get political, but our democracy, well, not our, but the American democracy is about to be tested in coming years, I believe. It's already kind of being tested. All right.
I've been waiting. waiting a long time for this.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. You want to do something drastic, huh? You're all about, like, extreme measures. Taking action. Has to be, like, I didn't notice what time it was. Has to be, like, the middle of the night, because there ain't no one.
Look, this way! Quick.
Uh-oh. Have you removed your LED yet? Like, you're wearing human
It's
clothes,
okay, they're
but...
gone.
There's probably even more police in the area. We should be careful.
Yeah. It has to be the middle of the night, because there's, like, no one on the street. Ben's hot dog. Let's see.
The store's over here.
I think this is the same store that we saw in the first Markus chapter, isn't it? I recognize this street corner. Well, there's already one right there that we can convert. Hey man, welcome to your new life. What are you gonna choose to do? You're just gonna leave? You don't want to help us, maybe? Oh, so these are all androids we can convert. Holy crap. I mean, I guess we might as well, right? That's kind of our mission here, is to free these androids.
You're awake now. Go to Jericho.
So we're telling them to go to Jericho, but I mean... Isn't the point of freeing them that they can do whatever they want? Like, I mean, I guess they will get some help if they go to Jericho, but you should just say, like, if you need, you know, if you need shelter, if you need companionship, come to Jericho with us, but you're free to do whatever you want, really. To commemorate the invention of androids, which released humanity from the bonds of labor, setting man free to pursue higher goals and scale the heights of learning, love, and leisure.
We are superior to them, but they are our masters? That's about to change.
I didn't know you felt superior to humans, per se. That's a very, like, kind of extreme point of view. I mean, they are superior to us in some aspects, sure. But it sounds kind of like a villain thing to say. Also, he doesn't have to do...
You're free.
He doesn't actually have to touch them skin to skin. Like, even if he touches them over their clothes, it still works. I thought they had to do, like... I thought they had to touch each other.
You are free.
Alright, is there anyone else that wants some freedom? Actually, no, I don't think this is the same street corner as in the first mission. It looks like the store looked similar, but it's not the same. This is not the same place. Alright, let's go.
That's what we are to them. Just merchandise on display in a shop window.
Yeah, for
So we don't
now.
know what we really are. Let's get them out.
We'll stick to the plan. We'll neutralize the alarm systems and secure the area. There's 10 minutes until all our teams attack.
What are we waiting for?
Secure the area and get into the store. That's really weird how you're wearing your hair. It's like stuck inside your clothes in your bag. That looks really odd. Alright, let's analyze.
You see the alarm system?
AP series housekeeping and private assistance, which first rolled out this year. Janitoring and office maintenance rolled out 2 years ago. Anyone else? AX series, so like Kara. Housekeeping and private assistance, rolled out 2 years ago. Security camera, we have the network ID, the device ID, identified network.
Found it.
Alarm network identified. Okay. Neutralize the alarm system. So I guess we just follow the cable.
I identified the security system. I think we'll be able to deactivate it. Just follow me.
Okay, seems simple enough. Just have to watch out for police. Scout the area. Okay, there's like a bunch of new things have showed up.
Exactly what we need to ram the store.
Oh, the truck. Okay, that's an option.
There's traffic on the road. We need to block it.
It's one way. It shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay, all the other things disappeared, so... Oh, these are also androids. Hello. Want some freedom?
You're free now.
There's always a chance that one of them will not want to work with us. I mean, you would think they would all welcome freedom, but some of them, you never know. If they have free will, then they might disagree. Could always be the one guy that's like, I like being enslaved, actually.
There. Nobody should bother us now.
Okay, so the road is blocked. We only have 10 minutes, so I can't waste too much time.
What are we waiting for?
What, you want to climb on top? Can't get seen though.
Okay, now we're in. Let's get that truck out.
Is that another... Oh, bolt cutters. Can cut that. There we go. Right, all the vehicles are like self-driving now, so you can just hack them. Which is why we shouldn't have all our cars be hackable. Like, it always sounds super convenient to have like all your appliances and like all your cars and like everything in society be automated, but then things can get hacked. So that's a problem. That's why crash into the store or check if plaza is secured.
Change of plan?
I just want to make sure we didn't forget anything.
Yeah, I think I did, because I still have a bunch of stuff locked. So let me go take another look. How much time do I have? 8 minutes? Okay, we got plenty of time. So the ones that are on display like this, are they aware right now, or are they just more like in a cooldown mode, like on standby? Because he seems aware. Oh, got more workers down here. Network access located. Oh, we should cut that. We should get rid of that. That way maybe the alarm won't sound. Hey guys. What's up? It seems so easy.
You're
like,
awake now.
he just converts them automatically. And they never, like, they don't have anything to say, they just leave right away. It's kind of weird. Cyberlife netted. Grid junction. Are we just gonna destroy it? Inner loop? Okay. Did it say created or converted? Cyberlife alarm neutralized. Okay, yes, that's very good. What's up? Okay. I don't think it saw me.
Nice job, Marcus.
Thanks. I know you just can't wait to kill some people. Secure the area. There's still something locked here. I need to keep looking around. There's gotta be something else. I have to secure the area. Scout the area. There's like something missing there. We still have like 8 minutes.
Surveillance drone.
Oh.
We need to get rid of it.
Yeah. How do we do that?
Easy to reach.
Reconstruct route. Okay, police drone. It might have already seen us, actually. Okay, drone patrol route calculated. If we climb in this thing, we could get it. So we could try and jump from there. No, that's not gonna work. Too high. Too far. Jump from there? No, that's too far. Yeah, it's gonna be from the scaffolding. Which I could have told you from the start. Cha! Drone can be reached from there. Okay. Let's do it then. Unless you want to do it, North? You want to do something for once? Need to get a little bit higher and then go for it. Like, he always makes these calculations, but like, what if things don't go according to plan, you know? What if you slip? What if the thing moves in a different way? Like, wouldn't this notify the police instantly? Like, the moment one of their drones get neutralized, they're like, oh, one of our police drones.
Didn't have time to call the cops.
Yeah,
We'll soon find out.
it
Looks like the plaza's
probably
secure.
did, but
Now we can get inside the store.
Okay,
Alright.
let's go get the truck.
alright, so that's everything. And we still have 7 minutes, so we should be good. Let's go get that truck. Let's go.
Looks like we're ready to make some noise.
Okay, so they are mostly automated, but they can still be driven like manually. I guess that makes sense. I'm not controlling it though, it's like on a path. It's time to free our people.
I knew we'd end up doing something fun.
Let's fucking go! Let's see how solid it is. Sorry about the debris, everyone. We don't want to hurt any of them. They don't even react to this happening. I guess because they're like turned off. So can North also awaken them, or is it just me?
You don't have to obey them. You're free.
I guess it's just me. Because like if they could then awaken each other, it would be much faster, you know? Oh, she's looking at her own model here. That's gotta be kind of weird. This is the same guy who killed the dude in the house. It's like a good excuse for them to reuse models, because it makes sense that like a lot of the androids would look the same because they're based on the same model, and it's a good way for the game to just have a lot of the same NPCs without having to make new models. There's already quite a lot of them, so... You want to convert this one? Like looking in the mirror, isn't it?
North, you okay?
Let's get them out of here.
Well, can you, or do you need me? I guess Markus is the only one who can do that. That's pretty wild. How are we gonna get out of here now? Alright guys, this is the first day of the rest of your life.
My name is Markus, and just like you, I was a slave. An object.
You had it pretty easy, to be fair.
Designed to obey them. But then I chose to open my eyes. To take back my freedom and decide who I wanted to be.
It's weird that Markus would be the person leading this revolution, because all things considered, he had it the easiest out of any android, because he was with someone who actually respected him and who like gave him like, I don't know, it would be interesting because he hasn't really talked about his feelings or like his past or any of that. Like after Carl died, he just moved on with the rest of his life, but like he hasn't talked about how does he feel about Carl and the time he spent with him, because this was all before he awakened. Like, does he hate Carl for like using him as a slave, or like is he grateful for the time they spent together? Like does he consider himself a slave for like having served Carl, or like does he consider him a friend that he would have helped willingly given the choice? Like, I could see a lot of the other androids being like, you talk of slavery and revolution, but like you had it easy. You were in a mansion, like you were treated well by your owner, like you didn't get beat up or like, you know, abused like a lot of the other androids are. So it's interesting that he's the one leading this revolution. Like Kara went through some shit. Like she would be a good person to fight back against abusing the androids and like things like that. But Markus was never really abused by Carl. I mean, like his son was kind of insulting him and like even attacked him, but we don't get to really know what Markus thinks about his previous life that much.
Now I have come to tell you that you can be your own masters. I've come to tell you that you don't have to obey them anymore. From this day forward, you can walk with your heads held high. You can take your destiny in your hands. Jericho is a place for those of us who want freedom. Now sure, you can stay here and continue to serve them, or you can come with us and fight by our side. You're free now. It's up to you to decide.
Yeah, that's right. It's up to you. Some of them might not want to follow.
With you.
We're with you!
I'll follow you, Markus.
I'm with you,
Markus.
We're with you.
I'll follow you, Markus. I'm with you.
Jericho admired. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Then follow me.
Markus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna send the humans a message.
Really? Be pacifist or violent. Transform Capital Park. I mean, it's also very fitting that Markus is like... I mean, he's only an android, but his model is like a person of color, so like it's very fitting that he would lead, you know, a revolution against slavery, of course. But yeah, we can't send everyone to Jericho. It's just like one boat. Like, there's not that much space in there. Like, we're gonna need another place. Transform Capital Park. We can be peaceful or violent. I want to be peaceful. Bench.
They're doing what you do, Marcus. Lead and
Tag?
they'll follow.
Sure, let's tag it. Choose our symbol. Oh. What would be a symbol of peace? I mean, the fist is kind of like a very, you know... I guess this symbol is kind of like a peace symbol. Could do that. So it's like a hologram graffiti. Okay, so pacifist is going up.
Marcus.
Okay, so it's like a... It's not all violent or all peaceful. There's like a kind of a balance. Let's hijack it.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future.
Okay, pacifist went down.
This message is the hope of a people.
Bus stop.
You gave us life.
Let's hack.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights.
Let's not break things. I want to avoid breaking things. Because that's not gonna send the right message. Tag, yeah. We have a dream. Ooh, one planet, two races. Equal rights for androids, sure, yeah. I mean, I feel like you do still need like a little bit of violence in there just so that like they know you're not messing around, you know? Tag slogan. We have a dream. Yeah, sure. Let's be very heavy-handed. How much time do I have here? Smoke bomb? What do you mean smoke bomb? Smoke bomb? Why would I use a smoke bomb? Why the smoke bomb? I don't get it. This is bad, isn't it? Okay, I mean, we're very low on violence. What else can we do? Let's see. Street light. Blackout or hack? Let's hack it. A 100% pacifist. That I feel like that's maybe a little too pacifist. Like they're gonna think maybe we're not that like radical about our revolution. I don't know. Car. Move on the road, sure.
I'll help you.
We don't want to upturn it because that's someone's car. That's someone who's gonna hate androids. We should free these guys. Okay, that would be a little violent, but we do need to free these people. But we also need to convert them. Because they're not converted yet, right? Can I not convert you? I guess not. Okay, I think I just ran out of time. I mean, we're making some big changes.
We freed hundreds of our people.
Nice.
Did it.
Okay.
They're coming.
But now we need to leave. We need to get out of here.
Fall back to Jericho.
Oh. We had like an N64 Android there for a second.
We sent a message without violence, just like you wanted. You're reaching out to them when all they feel for us is contempt. I hope you know what you're doing.
You can't fight violence with violence.
Unless there's no other choice.
Well, we still have a choice for now. If that doesn't work, then, you know, if we have no choice, we'll resort to violence. But for now, let's try and reach out peacefully and see how that works. Okay, now they'll know who I am.
North!
Why are they shooting? Who is shooting and why? Oh no, what happened?
North! You alright? What happened? North!
They killed them. They slaughtered them like animals.
Who did? Who?
Some police? Like we saw on the news like a little bit of what at least the people on the news thought about this message. Some of them were like, oh, this will change things. Like this is a big step for, like this is going to have a big impact on the future. But we also saw one of them was like, this is a chilling demand, like painting us as bad guys. And so we don't really know what the general directive of the police is following this this message, but I guess it's a hostile one. I guess they were told to like shoot deviants on sight because a bunch of us got shot here. Oh, okay, so they got the police. I know you guys are gonna want me to kill them, but we
people, Marcus. We want justice, Marcus.
They have to pay.
You don't have to do this. No. Please.
North's really not gonna be happy if I don't kill them. Revenge? Spare? Don't decide. If I don't decide, doesn't that just mean that North is gonna do it? Man, they kill like a lot of us too. Like, you know, I'm a peaceful guy. Of course I want to go with the peaceful route, but if you're launching a revolution, I feel like it's kind of inevitable that you're gonna need to shed blood at some point. But people are very fickle. Like, if they see on the news police killed, that's the only thing they're going to focus on. They're only going to focus on the fact that we killed some policemen. Because, like, they don't see us as humans yet. So, like, they're not going to care about all the people that were gunned down. They're only going to think about the police we killed. But then they might not respect me as a leader unless I get revenge. Because, like, they want justice, so if we keep being peaceful, they might be like, okay, well, Marcus, you can't be our leader because, like, this doesn't work for me, brother. But the way I see it is, like, all these androids that are going to die in this revolution, we have to paint them as martyrs, you know? We have to show that they gave their life for the cause and, like, hope that it convinces other people. I have to go with Spare. We have to show we're better than them.
We won't punish a crime with another crime.
And let's hope that these policemen will now be changed, you know? Let's hope that they learn from this, that they convince others to, you know?
We interrupt this broadcast with breaking news.
This just in. At exactly 2 a.m., several Cyberlife stores in Detroit were raided.
Different locations were hit in what seems to be a coordinated terrorist attack.
Most shop
Of course
windows
they
were
would think
covered
that.
with graffiti demanding rights for androids and other obscure slogans.
Police
Obscure.
report that pro-android graffiti was found in the neighborhoods of Cyberlife stores, and they're still
2
investigating.
policemen were found in a state of shock near one of the Cyberlife stores.
Now, according to our sources, they confirmed that the attackers were a group
But we
of
didn't kill them.
This is an alarming situation. Could our machines now be turning against us?
Have androids become a threat to our security?
Is this the beginning of a terrorist campaign conducted right here in the United States?
Okay, but the public opinion said supportive. So fuck these people in the news. Like, they're kind of twisting these events into a very scary, which is not what the news should do, by the way. Like, you should report what happened. You shouldn't be saying, like, this is a terrorist attack. That's like, just let the people decide. But regardless of what the news people said, the public opinions now said supportive. So I take that as a win. We are still admired by Jericho. North is still a friend. Josh companion, Simon friend. And public opinion is supportive. So to me, that's a big, like, you know, that's a positive. The police was not alerted, even though they did eventually come to get us. Okay, so there's like a bunch of shit you could do here. There's a lot of it. We did like a few. I know what that smoke bomb was about. So we send a strong message, because I guess we had time to do like a bunch of these things. But we also sent a pacifist message, and we decided to spare. So was there a way for the police patrol not to arrive? I guess if you don't disrupt the plaza that much, the police don't get there. I mean, I guess it went pretty well. 69%. Nice. All right. Okay, we're back with Hank. He's gonna be like, what the hell? Remember when sex was safe and driving was risky? What is Connor going to remember? Like, are we just starting from scratch here? Or like, is there a backup of his mind? And how is Hank gonna feel? Because we gave our life to save him, so... And what is this place? Is this like where the Zen Garden is?
Jesus Christ.
My predecessor was unfortunately destroyed, but Cyberlife transferred its memory and sent me to replace it.
You died in my arms. And now you're back here as if nothing happened. Fuck you.
Oh, he's not liking that. Kamski? Chris?
How did you find Kamski?
I remember this guy was all over the media when Cyberlife first started selling androids.
Oh, is this where we are? We're like at Kamski's house? Okay.
I made a few calls. Here we are.
Are you mad at me for not being the original? So they said they transferred his memory, but from what point? Like his whole memory? Was his like brain chip intact or whatever? Or is it like a backup that he made a bit earlier? So I was right, we are gonna meet Kamski. Oh, it's her! Here you are, finally.
Hi.
So she's a character.
I'm Lieutenant Hank Anderson, Detroit Police Department. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah Kamski.
Please, come in.
Okay.
Sure. Why are you being so awkward, Hank?
I'll let Elijah know you're here, but please make yourself comfortable.
She would be a very advanced prototype if she's with Kamski. Wait for the android. I was right, it is Neil Newbon. Who also plays that asshole policeman, by the way. I checked and that's his voice. Elijah Kamski, Cyberlife founder, resigned 2028, inventor of Therium and biocomponents technology. We're about to meet our
Nice
maker.
girl.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
You're right. She's really pretty.
Connor.
Nice place.
Oh, there's Amanda. Elijah Kamski, AI graduate at University of Coldbridge, and Amanda Stern, AI professor at University. Wait. Died? I was fucking right then. We are talking to her in our mind. Because you know what tipped me off was, at first when we were in that Zen garden, it was like, okay, that's normal. But then it started snowing everywhere in Detroit, and the Zen garden had no snow in it at all. I was like, unless it's inside a building, like they just have a Zen garden inside some huge building, like a stadium or something, there should be snow around here. And also the environment started looking like a little weird. I don't know if it did from the beginning or if I just started noticing like earlier. And like you could hear the storm, and she was like, something's happening. I was like, okay, this is not a real place. This has to be like a simulation, or like it's in Connor's mind. And so this confirms it. She's dead. So either she's been programmed in the mind of these androids, or like she could be like an AI based on her, who she was. Because she was like an AI professor. So maybe she created an AI in her likeness. She died a long time ago too. She died like 11 years ago. Huh.
Guess androids haven't been a bad thing for everybody.
Got another magazine.
Meet your maker, Connor.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Wait, I wish I could answer you. Space tourism, blah, blah, blah. What'd you say? It feels distant. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see him.
Oh, distant to
I
Hank.
wish I could meet my creator face to face.
Well.
I'd have a couple of things I'd want to tell him.
Well, you did meet your parents, so... I mean, that's your creator, isn't it? Okay, we'll read the magazine in the extras. Let's just... can I talk to you? No? Okay. Let's just sit down. Anything you want to say about me dying?
Elijah will see you now.
Oh, okay. Android is back. Get information from Kamski.
Mr. Kamski?
Oh, that's weird.
Just a moment, please.
Oh yeah, that's some Neil, all right. That's Asterion himself. Are you naked back there? Okay, no, he's just swimming. So you just live here with like a bunch of girls? In like a pool of blood, it seems. How very Asterion of you. I know it's just the bottom being red, but like, isn't that kind of... That's kind of sinister. Do you have any male androids here, or do you just live among women by any chance? Do you have like an android harem? That would be kind of ugh. I think Hank is probably thinking the same thing. They're all the same girl too. Is that your favorite model? So you're just like some billionaire? Trillionaire?
I'm Lieutenant Anderson. This is Connor.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left Cyberlife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't know.
There's a lot you could tell us as their creator.
Fascinating, aren't they? Perfect beings with infinite intelligence, and now they have free will.
Are your androids
Machines
deviants?
are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall. Isn't it ironic?
Not really. I hate these one-word things. I don't know what he's gonna say.
Something in the Deviant's program seems to emulate emotion. We thought you might know something about how that occurs.
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that'll be helpful, or we will be on our way.
What about you, Connor? Whose side are you on?
You know, as soon as this deviant investigation started, do you think that the police would have asked the people at Cyberlife? Like, it's weird that we're only investigating the crime scenes and stuff like that. Like, we should be talking to the people making these androids. They're the ones that would know how they work. Like, talk to the programmers, talk to the creators, because like they understand how the androids work. It's not by interrogating androids. Like, androids were made. They don't necessarily know how they work themselves. Like, you could ask them and get a better understanding of like how they think and stuff like that. But they were created on purpose. So if you ask their creator how they work, they would be able to tell you more about their inner workings, and like, we programmed them this way, and so that's probably how their thinking evolved. Plus, we have access to like biocomponents of deviants to analyze them and maybe understand like how they are different. I mean, of course, that's not as interesting as investigating them as a police duo in a game. So I understand why they went this route instead. But like, if we're thinking realistically, you would be asking your questions to the people making them. And as the guy who created them in the first place, like, they would have gone to Kamski right away. Especially if this Amanda person is dead now. They would have asked this guy right away. And he's just being kind of like nebulous and cryptic about it. Based on what little interaction we've had with him, it sounds like he's definitely pro-android. So like, why... What I want to ask him is like, why did you leave Cyberlife? Like, what were the differences in philosophies there that led you to leave? How do you feel about androids? How do you feel about deviants? Like this deviancy thing is not a surprise to him at all. And I would ask, are the androids living here in your house, are they deviants? It doesn't look like it. They look very robotic, but I guess I would be neutral. I guess Connor, I have to roleplay as Connor right now, so I guess you would be just neutral.
No side. I was designed to stop deviants, and that's what I intend to do.
Not really stop them or understand
well, that's
them.
What you're programmed to say. But you. What do you really want?
We could be troubled.
What I want is not important.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. Mere formality. Simple question of algorithms and computing capacity. What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy. I call it the Kamski test. It's very simple, you'll see.
You're just gonna hurt her, are you?
Magnificent, isn't it? One of the first intelligent models developed by Cyberlife. Young and beautiful forever. A flower that will never wither. But what is it really? A piece of plastic imitating a human? Or a living being with a soul?
All right, Hank, I feel like you need to step in here as the police. Like, this guy has a gun in his hand right now.
It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor.
Okay, now he's arming an android. Hank?
Destroy this machine, and I'll tell you all I know. Or spare it, if you feel it's alive. But you'll leave here without having learned anything from me.
Okay, I think we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you out
What's
of here.
more important to you, Connor? Your investigation or the life of this android? Decide who you are. An obedient machine. Or a living being. Endowed with free will.
That's enough. Connor, we're leaving.
Pull the trigger.
Connor! Don't!
And I'll tell you what you want to know.
Interesting. Hank is investigating deviants. So, like, he needs this information for his investigation. But he's also not a fucking creep. Even though he hates androids, he has empathy for them. Like, he might not really realize it yet, but I guess through working with Connor and just through being like a regular guy, he has empathy for a human-looking person. So he does not want us to shoot her, even though it means it would progress our investigation. And this creep here, this guy is pushing us to pull the trigger. But what he's really doing is like he's probing Connor to see if he has like that deviancy in him, to see if he has that dog in him. Very interesting. I mean, this is all kind of pointless because if really like Kamski has information relevant to this police investigation, couldn't Hank just like arrest him and just like interrogate him and like, you know, I don't know if he has the right to do that by law, but like he just said, I have information to tell you that will help your investigation. I just decide not to tell you. It's like, okay, well, you can't do that, can you? I was quite curious to see if we were ever going to meet this guy as the creator of androids. Like, he's a fascinating figure in this world. Because I was wondering what kind of person he would be. Like, he gifted Marcus to Carl, because I guess Carl was his friend. But Carl was very, you know, had a lot of empathy. He was very friendly with Marcus. Like, it seems like he saw the androids as more than just machines. So I figured, well, I guess Kamski is maybe kind of similar to Carl, but it doesn't sound like he is, like, which is weird. Like, he of all people should see them as people. Like, he should not be putting the life of this girl in danger, especially because it sounds like he does see them as more than just machines. Like, he created them. So, like, is it that he's really convinced I'm not gonna do it? Or is it that he just doesn't care about her? This is very messed up. Not gonna shoot, of course.
Fascinating. Cyberlife's last chance to save humanity is itself a deviant.
Okay, I'm not deviant.
I'm not a deviant.
You prefer to spare a machine rather than accomplish your mission. You saw a living being in this android. You showed empathy.
Okay, can you get that gun away, please?
A war is coming. You'll have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people or stand up against your creators? What can be worse than having to choose between two evils?
Let's get out of here.
It's like, let's get away from this creep.
By the way, I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
RA9? Is that what you're talking about? An emergency exit?
Why didn't you
Exit? Oh, maybe he's talking about like that Zen garden? An exit? Either he's talking about RA9 or he's talking about like a physical exit that you can like leave. Because for Marcus and Kara, when they broke out of their programming, we saw them like push against this wall. Like that's how they visualized it. But maybe for Connor, it's gonna be like leaving the garden. I don't know.
shoot?
Why do you think,
I
Hank?
just saw that girl's eyes, and I couldn't. That's all.
You're always saying you would do anything to accomplish your mission. That was our chance to learn something, and you let it go.
Yeah, I know what I should have done. I told you I couldn't. I'm sorry, okay?
Well, maybe you did the right thing.
No, Hank is actually happy about this. Interesting. Meet Kamski. Hank thought Connor made the right decision. Interesting. I'm sorry I keep saying interesting. That's the only word I know. Okay, Connor died in Public Enemy, so I guess otherwise he would just have been alive, but Hank isn't pleased to see Connor. Our software instability is still quite high. The Kamski test. You can spare Chloe and leave the house, or it can keep going for a while. It would be interesting to do a run of this game where like Connor is much more cold. Like, of course I'm playing him more with empathy because that's how I am. But And you having empathy also gives you a better relationship with Hank, I think. But it would be funny to do a run where like he's very cold, very calculating, and like he just does everything for the investigation, like shoots this girl and stuff like that. I think our relationship with Hank would be really bad if we did that. He might even be the one to shoot us during that conversation at the bridge. 85%. That seems about right. I don't think a lot of people would just shoot that girl. Oh, no Alice. No Kara. We might not get any Kara this episode. A Marcus episode. Another magazine. Android riot. Detroit neighborhoods vandalized by psychotic machines. Global population reaches 10 billion. A number of Detroit neighborhoods were brutally vandalized last night when Cyberlife stores were broken into. There's so many typos in these magazines. And the entire stock of androids stolen, but this wasn't everyday criminality. The perpetrators are thought to be androids. Though the police have yet to issue an official statement, leaked CCTV footage from the surrounding area shows a number of androids emerging from manhole covers and smashing store windows. The worst incident was in Capitol Park, where police attended the scene and were confronted by androids behaving violently. That's a lie. Officers had no choice but to open fire on the malfunctioning machines, which are thought to be suffering from some kind of behavioral bug. An eyewitness who asked to remain anonymous said, "I was personally attacked by the ringleader. It threatened me with a knife. I was so These fucking liars. Of course, this allegation remains unconfirmed, but we have no reason to disbelieve a human witness as to the behavior of a deranged machine." Of course you would say that. Some are already connecting this issue to the recent attack on Detroit's Stratford Tower, again executed by androids. This may be the beginning of a disturbing and perplexing pattern. The Eastern Space Race. Russia and China's androids face off. VR MMORPG reaches one... There's no fucking way. You're never gonna get me to believe that. Only 2 countries have android industries that rival the United States. Russia and China. That's about right. This does seem realistic. They are locked in fierce competition to become the world's predominant Eastern economy, which continues to overtake the Western Hemisphere by leaps and bounds. Cyberlife's almost human model of android design complements America's service economy. Russia and China have also developed androids that reflect their national economies. After failing to emulate the blue blood model of design, Russia's android manufacturers rely on more traditional construction methods. I would be curious to meet one of these other androids. I assume they were also based on blue blood, but it sounds like they used a different method. The resulting machines are less anthropic, but capable of operating in cold and inhospitable conditions. China's androids use an alternative blue blood fluid with less upfront power generation but greater efficiency. The result are androids capable of operating for months without supervision or recharging in China's vast rural areas. Who is winning the new space race? With everybody going in different directions, it's too soon to tell. I see. We can still play some piano. I never got to play piano at Carl's house. Do you still remember, Marcus? It's actually me playing that. That's enough. Marcus said, that's enough of that. Oh. There was some other stuff. Okay, never mind.
I was wondering where you were.
I'm surprised we're friends considering we've been going against what she said this whole time. I just wanted to think.
I needed to think.
I like it here. I come here often. It's like being alone with the world.
Is this the hair that came with your model or like...
We freed hundreds of our people and they're still coming from all over the city.
Oh, good.
Those who dream of freedom come to Jericho. Something's changing. You seem
Feel bad.
preoccupied.
I feel bad about these people that died. Followers. Sincere? Followers.
They all obey me. They follow me without question. And that much power feels good.
Okay, not what I would have
And
said.
it's scary at the same time.
All the media are talking about what we did last night. The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war.
Yeah, they should be.
Many of our people were burned in response to what happened. The humans hate us.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected.
They'll never give us our freedom.
The public opinion is supportive though, so we have to be determined.
If they won't listen, we'll fight.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us.
Yeah, that's right.
What was your life like before Jericho?
Pretty cozy. Let's be sincere.
I was living in a bubble in this world that belonged only to me. When you're happy, it's difficult.
Oh, I
to
didn't
see
think she would like that.
misery.
Do you want to talk about you? You didn't want to before, but we're friends now, right?
What about you? You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Other North?
North, we're fighting together. We have
I
to
just
know
wanted to
things about
say
each
I
other to
trust you.
each other.
I didn't want to probe her. What about the other North?
That android you were looking at in the store. She reminded you of who you were, didn't she?
It looks like she's about to cry.
A doll in a distributor program to satisfy humans.
I'm really surprised that like our relationship with her is that good because like I can't think of a single action I've done that has actually been positive with her. Like when we stole the androids, I was going against what she said. When we attacked the TV station, I was going against what she said. We've been at odds this entire time, so it's weird that I would unlock this companion path. It doesn't feel like I've earned it.
Just a toy designed for their pleasure.
Oh, was she one of the sex bots? Were you at
One day
Eden
I was
Club?
with the man who rented me. And without knowing why, I realized I couldn't take it anymore. I strangled him and I ran away. There, now you know everything.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to upset you.
I shouldn't have told you.
What is happening?
I saw your memories.
Lover?
Paul's house. When they
Excuse
left
me.
for dead in his studio.
I saw your memories too. The Eden Club. The death of that man. I felt like I was there with you.
Why are you guys like surprised? You didn't know you could do that?
North.
What's this lover thing? I didn't get a choice in that. Okay. Didn't expect that. I didn't know they were going the romantic route with her. You okay, buddy? Is this Simon? How did you survive? Or is this a dream? No, he's really here. But the police were there at the station, so like, what if he's like a spy now? What if they reprogrammed him or something? That's weird. Why would he be back?
We'll all be killed. Please, Marcus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
What are you guys doing?
Please don't do this.
They'll understand. We'll make them understand. This is the only way.
Rally your people,
There are
convert
androids
more
here.
androids.
Join us. The more we are, the stronger our message.
It's very likely 0 androids in the ranks. Rally your people, convert more androids. Okay. Hey, man. Can I not convert you?
You're free.
Never seen this model before. Little Elijah Wood looking ass. Okay, well, let's rally as many as we can.
You're free.
What is their plan exactly? Why does it only say 1? Okay, +1. There we go. Okay, so these guys are not fans. Okay, like both conversations were happening at the same time. Come on, Joe. What was she saying that sounded funny? Like what, he's like touching their female android or something? If we convert this one, she's like holding the bags of this woman. Yeah, imagine that. Oh, I think she's on the phone.
Hello? Nikki? Are you there?
Come with us.
The owner is not gonna like that. She's a little busy, I guess. Come with us too.
You're awake now.
Prepare to march. Block the road. Oh boy.
Finally. I've been on hold for like 10 minutes. Yes. I'd like to make a complaint. It's like I told the last guy. My android won't take instructions. Sure, last night I told her to do some cleaning and told me I'd prefer not to. No, don't you put me on hold. Listen to me.
It's happening to a bunch of people, huh?
You're free now.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? You get back here. You stay right here, you fucking machine.
Leave him alone. He's chosen to be free.
Surprisingly accepting. Thought he would. Thought he was gonna fight it more.
The street.
Wait, no, I don't want to block the street yet. I didn't want to do that yet. I want to convert more androids first.
You're free.
Hey, like, there's so many of us, too. Like, there's so many androids. Please give me time to convert more people. Open manhole cover.
You don't have to obey them.
I'm going to assume I'm on a timer. Because, like, police are probably going to intervene here.
You're free.
+2. Okay, I guess that's all the androids I can convert then. I think I got all of them. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Are we going to do like a protest? We're like gonna march in the street with all the androids we have so far? Convert more androids. Oh, that's a Kara. Wait, did I convert her just by looking at her? Oh my god, the music. Wait. How am I doing that? How's that possible? I guess... Okay. It's very likely we're all gonna get killed. But... it is necessary, I think. Can this guy, like, break the window and come out? Okay, now we're just like converting them just by looking at them. Huh. This is not gonna end well. But it's kind of inevitable. We have to do this, and if we die, then... you know, we're gonna be martyrs to our cause. This music is so like... ah, so hopeful. I mean, I guess it would be a little harder to kill us all if there's like a big group in broad daylight too. Like, would they just shoot at us? Or would it be too extreme?
Where are you going? Jesus, the fucking android's playing up again.
What a scene.
Back here immediately.
Greg? Greg has had enough of you. Greg is one of us now. Look at this gang. Holy shit. I'm impressed that this game can run so many NPCs all at once. Uh-oh, here comes the police. This is where it might turn ugly. If he starts opening fire... I mean, we're not doing anything violent, so... all in sync. See, we're not armed. We're not doing anything violent.
Jesus fucking Christ! Dispatch, this is Patrol 457.
Just let us go.
I don't know, hundreds.
We have hundreds. We have 200.
Yeah, they're marching down the street. Fuck if I know. Liberty for
I don't think this is going to end well, but let's see. Here's the police. Alright, let's all... Man, you guys sending the SWAT team? Really? We haven't done anything. Like, we don't have weapons, we haven't hurt anyone.
We came here to demonstrate peacefully and tell humans that we are living beings. All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering. If you do not disperse immediately, we will shoot.
Marcus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
And dying here won't solve anything. Marcus, we need to go, now, before it's too late.
This is your last chance. Disperse immediately, or you will all be killed.
How can you just say that? Okay, obviously we're not gonna attack. Like, people have a right to protest and do a demonstration. I guess if you're an android, you don't really have that right because you're not considered a citizen, but like, we should be allowed to do this? Okay, so if we attack, we're going to start a war. We don't want that. So far, like, the public opinion of us is supposed to be supportive. At least that's what the game is telling me. That's not really what I'm seeing, but if we stand our ground, we're likely all going to get killed. And it would send a message for sure, like we were demonstrating peacefully and they just shot at us. And maybe that would be for the best, but then, I don't know. Or we could disperse. And like, maybe we've already sent a message just by doing this walk, you know, maybe that would be enough. And we've also freed a lot of fellow androids, so maybe dispersing would be the best idea. Or is that like the coward thing to do? And like, it's gonna show we're not really like, we don't really have conviction. I mean, it would show that we're like obeying the law. Maybe that counts for some people. Like, I don't want all these people to die. See, that's why I don't lead revolutions. I wouldn't have the courage to just stand there in front of people with guns and be like, I'm not going anywhere. So, I mean, if it was up to me, I would disperse and be like, let's fight another day. You know, we've already done, I feel like we've already sent a message here today. So we could disperse and then, you know, we'll be back for another demonstration later. But like, this could be our only chance. It's also interesting that it's Simon telling us that. And I really thought Simon was dead. And I find it a little suspicious that he's back. Like, maybe he was like, you know, rewired somehow. We don't know what's happened to him. I'm gonna say disperse.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We're leaving.
Affirmative.
They might shoot us anyways. Ah, fucking hell. Just leave. Leave.
Run!
Maybe I should have attacked instead.
Come on, Marcus. We gotta go.
A bunch of us just died for nothing. Basically, these three characters are like the three different ways you can go about a revolution. You can do it violently, you can do it peacefully, or you can do it like, I don't know, cowardly, which is what I'm doing. Maybe we should have just stood our ground. I mean, if we were gonna get shot anyways. Ah. Marcus fled. Some androids escape. Share memories. Simon survived in Public Enemy. Reunited in Jericho. How interesting. Simon forgives Marcus. Oh, okay. I guess because we left him behind, so he forgives us? Okay. Interesting. It says, it seems like stand your ground leads to something different than open fire. Maybe if we stood our ground, they wouldn't have shot, but like they were pretty like explicit about, we're going to shoot, this is your last chance, but maybe like they would have decided not to? I don't know. Marcus fled. I don't feel great about this, but I don't think there's a peaceful outcome to this chapter. Sacrifice self. So I could have straight up died here, basically. Huh. And I guess I'm glad I get to live another day, but it would have sent a pretty strong message if we just died here. All right, let's read that magazine that we missed. So she's one of the early models.
You decide the fate of your characters. All of them can die. So be careful.
Of course you would say that now.
Accessing the extras section.
Space tourism on the rise. Luxury holidaymakers turn to the stars. Zero-gravity subway to connect NYC and DC in 45 minutes. With the advent of reusable space shuttles, space tourism is becoming a reality for those able to afford it. Luxury travel brand Clear Skies is offering the first commercially available flight into space. The experience includes a 3-hour orbit of the moon, holy shit, affording spectacular views of Earth through a specially designed observation deck. It doesn't really seem like technology is advanced enough for this, even in this world. Like, androids is one thing, space travel, like a cheap space travel, I don't know about that. As competition increases in this growing market, consumers can expect such trips to become more and more affordable, but consumer rights activists are already decrying such boutique experiences as a sign of the widening social equality gap. Yeah. A spokesman for Aid on Poverty said, while the top 1% are enjoying Earth from space, the rest of us are down here suffering from pollution, famine, and poverty. Yeah. Clear Skies was not available for comment, but the new slogan for their spacefaring holidays looks increasingly apt. Get away from it all. Yeah. Pretty on the nose. Alright, that was the only magazine that we saw. So that's gonna be it for today. A very Marcus heavy episode, so that makes up for the earlier videos where he wasn't in there as much. So yeah, Marcus is leading a revolution. I can't tell if it's going well or not, because like, how well can a revolution really go? There's always going to be casualties, especially if like the people demanding equal rights are not even seen as human. But like the game does say that the public opinion is supportive or like positive, so I'm expecting this to have like an effect on some of these outcomes. So far it hasn't really, but maybe if I stood my ground they wouldn't have shot. I don't really know. I was too much of a coward to do it because I want to keep playing Marcus. And like I don't think he's like Connor where if he dies they're just gonna send another copy. Like he's a unique model, so we didn't get to see Cara today unfortunately, but I'm sure she's gonna be in the next video. I'm still very much enjoying the game. I have a feeling we're probably getting pretty close to the end. There has to be like maybe 1 or 2 videos left. I wonder how it's all going to end, and I'm also wondering if like our protagonists are ever gonna meet. I think for Cara it's too late because like she's way up north in Canada. She's not close to Marcus or Connor. Connor and Marcus might actually meet. I wonder. But we'll have to find that out in the future. So as always, thank you so much for joining me today. If you would like to catch the next episode, you can check out my Patreon. And until next time, guys, I had fun playing this. Hope you had fun watching it. And I'll see you in the next video for some more Detroit Become Human. À la prochaine.